Okay, so this is my new fermenting bucket. This is by far my favorite way to ferment so far. I've done a couple of different things in it, and they turn out wonderfully. This is a product by Crazy Korean Cooking. This is the main fermentation container. This is the airlock. And this is a lid. So the way that it works, you put your veg, whatever you're fermenting in there, whether you're doing a brine or a salt, doesn't matter. You push it, after you've prepared it, you press it in there. This guy is bigger than the hole, and so it creates this really nice seal. And you can press it down all the way on top of your veg. So you don't have to fill the whole thing if you don't want to. And any gas for fast fermentation can go into this area, and it gets sealed and it builds up pressure, and it's okay. You can burp the top without really exposing that much air to your fermentation. So if you have a slow fermentation, you just leave this little stopper in, like for half sours or even sauerkraut that are slow fermentations. But if you do a kimchi or something with ginger in it that's going to go really fast, or garlic or onions that are going to go really fast, just leave that puppy open. But I'm going to do some sauerkraut right now with a couple added things here and there, and I will show you how I do that. So most important thing in fermentation is a food scale. I've got a big one so I can do large batches. It goes up to like 25 pounds if I want to do a really big batch and give out stuff. I'm going to tear out my bowl because I don't want to be weighing my bowl. I've got some veg here with some seeds. This is just cabbage with hot peppers, caraway seeds, and brown mustard. So I'm just going to dump it in and see what we got for a weight. It's a negligible amount still in the bucket. I'll wipe it out. We got 564 grams. So the way that I do sauerkraut is I do 2% by weight. So I'll do 2% of 564 as grams. So now I need to weigh out my 2% by weight of 564, which is roughly 11.3 grams. So I'm going to tear out this other little bowl here. And I've got some nice Malden sea salt. I like to use sea salt when I can, or I use kosher salt. You can use any non-iodized salt. So I'm just going to 11.3 grams. 9. Too much. So I'll just pinch a little out. I'm okay with 12. It's not doing decimal place on this scale because it goes up to such a high weight. So 12 is fine. It's a little bit more salinity, but that's okay. I don't want to be too low because then you get stuff. I'd rather have a little bit more salinity and have the fermentation take a little bit longer, but it's negligible really. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this, and I've got my veg here, and I'm just going to, it's a little bit big, so I'm just crushing it a little bit. Making sure I can distribute this. I'm doing about half right now, and now I've got this sweet muddler, and I'm just gonna start mashing a little bit, because what this does, it bruises the cabbage a little bit, wakes it up a little bit. It helps to start loosening the liquids, breaking the cell tissues, letting the water out. The salt's going to help bring that out. I'm going to move it over here where I can hit a little harder with this muddle. And I'll just do a little bit at a time. It's already starting to make a squishy sort of sound, which is what we want. We want to be able to hear that sound of the liquid coming out. getting over my hands. Fermentation is a wild process. It's okay to use a wild thing like your clean hands, as long as they're not dirty. If you just came out of the garden, you shouldn't be digging around in here. And I'm going to add the rest of my salt. And I'm just going to mash away. And I'll show you where I get with this. Okay, so I've muddled now my salt and the other half of the cabbage that I weighed out again into the 2% by weight. Pretty similar. It was about 11 grams of salt. So in total, I had about a kilogram, a little bit more than a kilogram, and about 20 grams of salt. So all I've done is I've muddled this down. You can see it's shiny. It's beginning to sweat from that salt. And what I'm going to do, I've packed it down. Some people don't like to do this. They like to pack it, and some people mash it until there's a lot of liquid, and they press it down. I mean, I bet if I press real hard, it'd be like a well, you might be able to see some liquid down there, but that's not really what I'm going for. I just go for a firm pack, and then I take my little R2-D2 spatula here, and I just scrape down the sides. So I just want to make sure that I'm getting all my veg and my caraway seeds and my brown mustard seeds that are stuck to the wall. I don't want anything getting inside that seal of my crazy Korean cooking airlock. It's a pretty good seal. So now what I'm going to do for the first couple of days, this guy's going to go on, and it's going to go all the way down. No need for a weight. This thing holds itself in. I'm just going to press it down nice and snug, and then in goes my little plug. Because this isn't going to ferment fast. It's going to ferment well because it's got a nice anaerobic environment. Only thing in it is cabbage and salt and a little tiny bubble at the top. In a couple of days, we'll take a look and we'll see where we're at here. Okay, so here we are. We're 8 days into the fermentation. We're going to open up our E-Gen Crazy Korean Cooking Sauerkraut. Oh, look. Got a little bit of liquid in there. Got some calm going in there. Give it a little tilt. You can see the liquid in our, I guess you would call this a sour ribbon. We're just going to break the seal. Hey, look at that good stuff. Let's put the lid over here. It smells so good. Got brown mustard seed and caraway seed in there. Let's see how far it is to liquid. Not far at all. Look at that. Let's have a taste. Let's see how it's going. Okay, so here we are, roughly 12 days later, and what do we got? Looks like we got a little calm on top here. I'm just gonna break the seal, open her up, and look at the glory, because that's what this is. We've got really nice liquid in there. It's foggy. Got lots of good probiotics in there. Super happy with this container. Highly recommend this container for fermentation. It's really super painless way to get into it. I'm just gonna stick my fingers in there because they're clean. Great crunch, but it has softened up from the fermentation. Nice sourness, nice spiciness from the brown mustard. Super happy with how this came out.